right, what a quick look at all the nominees for the Game Awards. Here we go. Game of the Year, Astrobot, which, you know, I'm not mad at Astrobot. It was a great game. I really enjoyed it. I damn near almost, I'm not even done with it yet, but if I keep playing, I'm pretty much going to get the Platinum Trophy. That's where I am with Astrobot, but it was a great game. I think this is called Balatro. I think this is apparently a mobile game. Apparently, it's really good. It's really good according to a lot of people. I've never played it, so I have no perspective. And for it to be a game of the year, this game must be like one of the greatest games ever made. Maybe not ever made, but it's kind of surprising that kind of like a mobile indie game made it on Game of the Year. Black Myth Wukong. Not too surprising. This game sold really well. A lot of people really enjoyed it. I did not enjoy it for a few reasons. The game ran like shit on PC because unfortunately it's running on Unreal 5. And as much as we love Unreal 5, Unreal 5 also has a slew of issues with its games. Like, there's no other way to say it. Like, that's just a fact that games that are running on Unreal Engine 5 can be kind of rough. But I'm not surprised. A lot of people really enjoyed this game. You know, it was a cool single-player game, all that stuff, a lot of spectacle, you know, and a lot of people, I could see why this is here. Metaphor. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this game. Again, I've never played it. It's not really my genre of game. So, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about this game. FF7 Rebirth. Now, I, for one, have played this game. This game made me cry. It made me feel so many feelings. It was one of the biggest streams of the year for me personally. And this is my personal Game of the Year. I don't really give a shit about Game of the Year awards anymore. I'm at that age now where I'm just like, who fucking cares? If you're someone who games a lot and you're a gamer, whatever you play that year, that should just be your personal thing. It doesn't matter. Like, sure, games should get awards and all this other stuff. Like, that's important. I'm not saying that's not important. But at the same time, it's good. It's a good conversation. And I can't say that I'm so far away from something like this because this is so a part of gaming culture that, like, sometimes you kind of just fall into that conversation. But it's times like this where I feel like I am compelled to talk about it. Because there's a game on here that I feel doesn't deserve to be here, and that's Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. In my opinion, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree was fantastic. I think it's one of the best DLCs I've ever played. It's not my favorite FromSoft DLC. That still goes to the old hunters from Bloodborne. Now, I saw that Jeff and the Game Awards, like, you know, I saw that they said that, technically speaking, DLCs and expansions and all that other stuff still count as its own individual thing for the year. And I'm like, okay, but here's the problem with this being here. Does this deserve to take a spot over like Helldivers or Silent Hill 2? Like, those are just two games that come to mind because I played them. And Helldivers was fucking crazy successful. And I know so many people who love that game. So many people. Is it being played as much as it was when it first came out? No. But it was definitely one of the biggest shocks of the year. A DLC does not deserve a Game of the Year. The only way you can play this game is if you play the full game. You don't have access to Shadow of the Erdtree unless you play the full game. Now, granted, most people did play Elden Ring, but not everyone beat it, you know? It's called Game of the Year, now DLC of the Year. I couldn't agree with you more, Tynan. Just regular Elden Ring is like one of the greatest video game experiences of all time. But at the same time, like, this game does not deserve to be here. Do I feel like the Game Awards should have their own, like, subcategory of, like, what was the best DLC of the year? Because, let's just be honest, DLCs are commonplace. They have been for years, for over a decade, right? Some DLCs are, like, super long now, too, and they have been for so long. So, I just feel like Jeff Keighley and the team, I feel like, I get it. I get that Konami, there's still a lot of piece of shits, but they've really been trying to turn things around over there. And, yo, man, I gotta be honest with you. Silent Hill 2 was great, man. That game was fucking awesome. It's so good. I don't understand, like, it's so good. It is so good. I can't, like... just everything about it is so goddamn good. And I hate to say that, because I don't like scary games. But that game is fucking good. From the music, the atmosphere, the characters, the acting, the puzzles, The level design, some of the level design was kind of, but most of the level design was not bad. That game, in my opinion, should be here automatically. So, to me, this is just, I feel like, I don't want to be that guy to be like, this is just Jeff sucking, you know, from soft or anything like that, because that's kind of up to say, but at the same time, I feel like, you guys know this is wrong. And if I'm not mistaken, Jeff posted some other, he posted some other stuff, like saying like, what do you guys feel was the biggest snub of the year? And literally everyone said, or asked, why is Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree here? And listen, is this like the biggest deal in the world? Not really. And like, who cares, right? But at the same time, like, we got to give credit where credit's due. There was some other games that came out this year that I feel like also probably deserve some Game of the Year. Wasn't there a Yakuza game that also came out that was also kind of good this year? There was some other stuff that came out this year that actually was not bad. It's not a big deal, but it really does feel like the gaming industry is dick riding Elden Ring. No, you're not wrong about that, Leon, because I kind of agree. Listen, Elden Ring is fantastic. It's a great game. Shadow of the Erdtree. If you ask me, what was one of the best video game experiences you had this year? Just one of. I would tell you it's FF7 Rebirth, but then I'll be like, yo, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree was pretty good, but that was a DLC, but it was still really good, you know? Because it's great, but it doesn't deserve to be here.